In preparation for the meditation, I am presenting this video on mediation with Metatron's cube, the universal blueprint of creation, as well as my weekly mediation healing group held every Sunday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. For those of you who have never done mediation work, mediation is accomplished by holding a person, place, or thing within the energy of love and light to shift and/or transform energy through a meditative process. It is suggested that you listen to the video presentation before attending the session so that you can more fully participate in the meditation and see how the Metatron cube can be used as an incredible mediation tool, neutralize and shift consciousness. The Metatron cube is an archetypal blueprint of the creation process within our universe in the form of cosmic consciousness. Since everything is geometric and is measured on a universal scale, the use of the Metatron cube is the most direct way to shift consciousness on the planet. Now imagine God Absolute as eternal spirit in a void, pervades and permeates all intelligence and is in control of all that is. Consciousness cannot relate to itself within a void, so it must recreate itself. As cosmic consciousness, it dreams itself into a triune entity. The first sphere created represents conditioned God as a hierarchy being or Heavenly Father in charge of shaping and forming all life through the power of imaging. Expanding itself within the void, the second sphere is created. This sphere represents the intelligence of cosmic creation. Christ is universal intelligence or Christ consciousness. Christ acts as the neutral witness in the form of the soul of the universe. The two spheres joined together form the Vesica Piscis, the eye of creation, or that which mediates soul. On the third day of creation, the Holy Trinity is formed as the cosmic vibration of Om, the Word made flesh, and is the intelligence of cosmic nature as the Divine Spirit or Heavenly Mother. The sphere continues to replicate itself until the seed of life is formed with the creation of the seventh sphere. This can also be correlated to the 7 light rays as streams of consciousness. In the second vortex motion, the egg of life is formed by the 7 spheres. It is the Genesis blueprint and the beginning of universe of creation that we live in. The 7 spheres form the egg of life and the morphogenic structure that created your body, as can be seen by the embryonic cell in this photo. Add an additional 6 spheres to the egg of life, and you get the fruit of life. The fruit of life contains the blueprint of the fabric of reality in which we are created. This pattern represents the feminine principle. Now you can begin to see how the universe is geometric and contains the flower of life, which is the creation blueprint of everything that is in existence. The flower of life is also represented on the etheric level through the 7 chakras. Even intangible things such as emotions, thoughts, and music come from the flower of life. Within the flower of life, we find the tree of life. The tree of life is a manifestation of geometry as a map of primordial creation. These patterns are intimately connected to nature and outside of any religion. You will notice that the tree of life is made of 10 emerging points on the flower of life, with 22 elemental pathways linking to a pattern of time, space, and energy. From the number 10, we get the number 1, which is the masculine principle, and the number 0, which is the feminine principle. The particles that create point particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons within the atom, flow in a hexagonal cube pattern found in the expanded flower of life. 13 information systems come out of the flower of life as the fruit of life. When you add straight lines, the masculine principle, and link up each of the circles, the feminine principle, you get the Metatron cube, one of the basic creation blueprints in existence. In this next section, we'll be talking about Platonic solids, which are the geometric makeup of the 5 elements. If you will recall, cosmic consciousness does not come into physical form until the creation of the 3rd sphere. In this next section, see if you can see the correlation of the 3rd sphere of consciousness with the first Platonic solid for the element of fire. There are 5 unique shapes within the Metatron cube, which are essential to understanding the nature of sacred geometry, called polyhedrons or the Platonic solids. The polyhedrons all have the same sides and lengths. There is only one angle, 90 degrees, throughout the cube, and all points perfectly touch the edge of the sphere. Every element on the periodic table has a relationship with one of these 5 shapes. They are the 4-sided tetrahedron as fire, the 6-sided hexahedron or cube as earth, the 8-sided octahedron as air, the 12-sided dodecahedron as ether, and the 20-sided icosahedron as water. As you can see, all 5 of the polyhedrons are held within a hexagonal cube shape, including their expanded forms. No Platonic solid is formed without a hexagon. When you turn the hexagon 30 degrees, you can once again see the hexagonal cube shape. The tetrahedron is the polyhedron of fire as the energy of movement, as purification, and is the representative of the Trinity aspect of creation within the cube. The tetrahedron, by its own nature and qualities, expresses integrity, making it the perfect symbol for balance and stability. In emotionally, spiritually, or psychologically difficult times, it shows us how to find innermost comfort and peace. The hexahedron or cube is the polyhedron of earth as the energy of power. When you connect the fruit of life centers within the flower of life, you will see a cube. A cube is a symmetrical 3-dimensional shape contained by 6 equal squares. The straight lines represent the masculine principle. The octahedron is the polyhedron of air as the energy of oneness. It has 8 faces and is composed of 8 equilateral triangles, 4 of which meet at each vertex. A regular octahedron is the dual polyhedron of a cube and is a rectified tetrahedron. You may recognize this shape as the star tetrahedron. The dodecahedron is the polyhedron of ether as the energy of essence that moves through the sound current. If you look more closely at the dodecahedron, you will see once again it is contained with a hexagonal cube pattern. The dodecahedron is near the outer edge of your energy field and is accessible anywhere at any point in space, time, or dimension through the etheric body and is one of the highest forms of consciousness. The icosahedron is the polyhedron for water as the energy of union. It is a solid figure with 20 plane faces, especially equilateral triangles, with 5 faces meeting around each vertex. The cuboctahedron is intersecting hexagonal planes. Every single line in the shape of the cuboctahedron is at the same distance away from every other point, including the center itself. None of the Platonic solids have this, which makes the cuboctahedron the most stable shape in the universe. The only reason it is not a Platonic solid is because it has both squares and triangles within it. If you rotate the cuboctahedron pattern in a 6-dimensional charge space, it will form yet another pattern. You may recognize this shape as the star tetrahedron. So here we have the 6-dimensional charge space of the cube, wherein lies the tetrahedron. The star tetrahedron surrounds the body of man as depicted in Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, but also inwardly at the heart center. When we look at the building blocks of the octahedron, we see locked pyramids, one facing up and one facing down, which perfectly fit over the flower of life. The key to spiritualizing the intellect is to unlock the star tetrahedron through the heart's action. If you will recall, when the dodecahedron is rotated within the six-dimensional charge space of the cube, it changes into the star tetrahedron. However, if you follow its movement even further, you will see that it also forms another pattern, the diamond. Thus, when the mind is spiritualized through the heart, the star tetrahedron opens into the diamond of Christ consciousness. As the diamond of Christ consciousness is birthed through the dodecahedron, one is more open to receiving the music of the spheres through the sound current. The sound current incorporates the metaphysical principles that mathematical relationships express qualities or tones of energy, which manifest in numbers, visual angles, shapes, and sounds, all connected within a pattern of proportion. When we add sounds or harmonics to this equation, we amplify the quantum field through feeling or resonance, which is a necessary component of manifestation. Plasma is one of the four fundamental states of matter, the others being solids, liquids, and gas. Plasma is made up of charged particles, neutrals, and fields that are electrically conductive and generate magnetic fields. Both electric sparks and lightning are everyday examples of the phenomena made from plasma. More than 99% of the universe is plasma and works with plasma. Plasma is the most common form of matter and permeates all solar systems, interstellar, and intergalactic environments. Every vacuum state is a plasmic state, therefore every cell is a plasma. The blueprint of life is the blueprint of the universe as plasma. At the heart of particle physics is pure geometry. You can begin to see how sacred geometry falls into this. We are all part of a whole single unit of being, and each unit is experiencing its own reality of being individually. This is how the quantum mechanics of creation works. Every single unit of our reality is branching into new possibilities as we awaken the archetypal blueprints of consciousness within us. As humans, we are individually experiencing one of these potentialities. What physics is telling us is that everything comes down to geometry through interactions with elementary particles. When we focus our intention at the center of the Metatron cube into the seed of life through the heart's action, we generate a powerful electromagnetic field which conducts plasma, also called chi, life force, or spiritual energy, instantly across the quantum field. The Metatron cube is not only the blueprint of consciousness, but the blueprint of life. As such, one can instantaneously shift, neutralize, and transform energy utilizing the Metatron cube, which works at the heart of all matter and consciousness.